Hello and welcome in Erie Tiger Network. And just as you are joining us, right there, Frederick takes a 1-0 lead here against the Tigers. And, well, not exactly the way you want to start if you are Erie. But now they're going to have to deal with a little bit of adversity here. Tigers, we were talking with Coach Simmons the other day. By the way, Brandon Bird here with you. Joining me to do some color today is Will Rathy. And so you get to hear his nice deep tones on the broadcast, in which I will be jealous of throughout the entirety of this game.
That's all right. I don't blame you for anything.
But Tigers already down 1-0 here. Megan Loveland, the starting pitcher here for Erie. And what is unfortunate is Maddie Leach has torn everything in her knee. She is out for the year. And that means that either Megan or Sloan or maybe even Kat Sackett will see a lot more innings here this year as the Tigers try and get back to the state championship. But they will do so without who they were expecting and counting on to be their ace this year. And ball is hit to Loveland. She'll pick it up, fire to first in time for 1 out. And that will be the first out of the inning. So 1-0 Frederick here in the top of the first. We're not going to show you where the runners are on the scoreboard. We're trying to keep it a little more simple here since we've had some issues the last few broadcasts, but we think you'll appreciate that with less bumps. Our breaks will be a little bit different today as well. But all in all, should be a good broadcast here as the two rivals going at it. Tigers riding a long win streak here against Frederick, which always feels good. That pitch in there for a strike. Sydney O'Brien, camera person. Bella Tapia also right, as this one is a soft fly ball into shallow center. They're going to send the runner. Here comes the throw to the plate. No, she will retreat back to third. And I apologize for being a little bit late on that. As soon as we can here, we will have Bella be the program director here so that you can see the camera work a little bit better here when we see a ball get hit in the outfield. But now 2 down here for the Warriors. Leading 1-0. Good block there by Capra as that pitch was in the dirt. Now 1-0. Tigers, as we said, missing Maddie Leach, and so I think the rest of the year they're going to hope for as good a pitching as they can get out of their staff and hope that they come ready to out-slug some teams. That one is taken for a ball low. 2-1. Erie on the season 8-4. They are 6-1 in league play. Frederick 7-4. They are 4-2 in league play. One of those losses was to Erie in the first game of the year. They lost 11-5. They lost to Valor 9-0. Arvada West 10-0. And they just recently lost to Holy Family 11-1, and so much improved Holy Family team. This one flared toward first. Sackett will scoop it, and that'll do it here in the inning. We are going to silence our mics real quick and try and sort things out here behind the scenes. Tigers trail at 1-0. And welcome back into the Erie Tiger Network. We are going to have Will Rathie carry the play-by-play here in the bottom half of the first. Will?
Strike one. I don't have any of the players, so. Do you want me to just call numbers? All right. Ah, thank you. Ooh, ball hit far center field.
Top of the inning. See where it says inning there? That's so.
18, Madsen Vaughn. Now first base. 1-0 for Frederick.
I'll keep this guy, okay? If you want, you can even sit with Sydney. It doesn't matter. Just make sure he gets it wherever you can produce from anywhere. That's the nice part. Except we're running out of batteries.
Madsen Vaughn in the pitch took second base. Up to bat right now, Cat Sackett.
Run over.
One on second base.
Run over.
Cat Sackett up to bat.
The camera's perfect. Okay, and I'll
Pitch and foul ball. Cat hit by pitch, takes first base. Sorry, Sackett takes first base. Vaughn on second, up to bat, Hannah Hackney. And the pitch, strike, that's 1-0. And pitch hit into right field. Oh, they miss.
excited.
Ah, sorry, Vaughn rounding the third base. That's 1 point for the Erie Tigers. I don't know what I'm doing, Mr. Bird.
All right, welcome. Ooh, as that one is fouled straight back into the screen. So the Tigers leveled off at 1. Just watch me for an inning, okay? Except for when it's hit, then you push preview. And so that little flare there out into shallow right scored the runner from second. Now 2 on, nobody out. This one hit pretty well to left. That's going to go back to the wall. It is gone! Home run for the Tigers and Elise Capra, and the Tigers hit a 3-run bomb. They take a 4-1 lead. How about that from Elise Capra, who is hitting .415 on the year. That's her 3rd home run, and that comes at a great time. Tigers gave up 1 in the top half of the inning, and they score 4 right back, and they still have yet to make an out. They're against their rival, and you thought maybe without Maddie Leach that today might be a day that Frederick could get to them, and so far, that's not the case. So home run there. That pitch is fouled out of play. One here. Delivery low underneath the knees to Sloan Quijas. Sloan, she's got a triple, a couple doubles, 14 hits on the season, batting .400 as a junior here for the Tigers. Pitch in the dirt. Now 2-1 the count here. Frederick, as we said, 7-4 coming into today. And trying to find out, you know, who her pitcher's going to be. This one slapped to the right side, gloved nicely, and stepping on the bag for the first down. I believe that was the junior, Caitlin Howell. She started 9 games on the year. You know, our roster that we have does not have the Frederick pitcher in the lineup, so I'm not sure who this is for Frederick. They have some different stats here this year. And actually, Mr. Phillips helping us out here. That's McKenna Goodard. She's got 8 appearances on the year, 4-3, 4.08 earned run average. Goodard with the pitch, delivers. This one slapped toward our camera, but out of play. The count now 1-2 here. Quijas, the first victim here in the inning, but a good start so far for the Tigers as Katie Hounder will take another ball, and it's 2-2. A little bit of weather might be rolling in, and if that's the case, we may reevaluate some things in terms of our broadcast setup. I thought what was one raindrop, and hopefully that's just an aberration. Another grounder, nice backhander snare at first, and the second out as Reagan steps on the bag, and out 2 away. 4-1 Tigers. Good start here, Will, for the Tigers. Exactly what the doctor ordered after you fall behind 1-0.
They were tailing behind 1, but that one hit got 3 points in, which gave them a nice lead here just in the first inning.
Now 0-1 here as taking a strike for the Tigers is Jade Phillips, the lefty. Infield playing in. She can bunt and use that speed to get on. That one will drop in the dirt. I was talking a lot with Coach Simmons the other night after the homecoming bash. Talked about Jade's outstanding work ethic and a little bit about her brother Nash, who will be a sophomore. Got to figure he will be in the mix to start, as there's a grounder to the pitcher. And that'll be the third out in the inning. We'll talk a little bit more about Jaden Nash when we come back for the top of the second. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. 4-1 lead here against the rival Frederick. Here on the Erie Tiger Network. Fans, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Erie TigerNet. You can check us out online at ErieTigerNetwork.com or like the Erie Tiger Network Facebook page. And we have a good one tonight, a doubleheader. This first one here, this softball game against Frederick. And then later this evening, we will have, as that one is fouled back out of play, we will have volleyball, and that's a real big one tonight for the Tigers. A volleyball game against Roosevelt as they look to win their first league game. A little bit slow start. Of course, they've had a tough road. They played Holy Family, Berthoud, and Windsor to start the year, and they have dropped all 3 of those. And so the Tigers are trying to get back the winning side of things. That one goes upstairs.
Top of the second inning. The Erie Tigers at 4 runs
plated so far.
Right, 4 runs. Frederick at 1 run.
Now 3-1 count here. one is upstairs taken for a ball. And so a leadoff walk for Aspen Dufour. And that will put Goodard to the plate. Goodard, who's usually listed at number 9, a 240 hitter on the year, 5 runs batted in, no extra base hits. So let's see if the outfield kind of scoots in here a little bit. And I'm pretty sure I keep feeling some raindrops there, Will. What do you think?
I'm just sort of getting blasted in the face with sand. I haven't really felt anything yet.
Yeah, that's got to be the toughest part about logistically broadcasting softball is we get sand all over equipment. It is rough on our equipment, but we do like broadcasting. We're happy to bring it to you as there's a swing and a miss for strike. 1-1 the count here to Goodard. By the way, we mentioned Holy Family. They are 6-1 in league play, and they have the tiebreaker over Erie as they beat Erie head-to-head. As that one down and dirty. So Holy Family right now leading the Tri-Valley. And that would be the first time in many moons that Erie does not win the Tri-Valley if they can't go knock off Holy Family later this season. Now, the good thing is Holy Family dropped one, and I believe it was to Windsor. I'll have to fact check that here for you real quick. Beg your pardon, they lost to Meade, 10-11. Tigers put a thumping on Meade. This is a fly ball into center field, and that's put away for the first out of the inning. Camping underneath that one was, I believe, Sloan Quijos out there. Jade Phillips out in left. Oh, Sloan's out there at second. I thought I saw 19. I think that's Maddie Vaughn out in center. Beg your pardon. Now Teller will come to the plate. Jesse Teller, a 300 hitter with 1 double on the year as that one is fouled back into the screen. Now, wind picking up here. Loveland will throw an off-speed pitch. Capra zips one down to second. Good slide in. The the pop time was good from Capra. The slide, though, just underneath the tag for the stolen base. 1 out, 1 on here for the Warriors. Teller, the batter, here for Frederick. Wind really starting to blow in from right field. Tigers hit that home run at a good time. This one swung on and missed for strike 2. See our view from behind the plate here. That pitch upstairs swung on and missed for strike 3, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Loveland starting to settle into a rhythm here, and now another Dufour will come to the plate. That's Tori Dufour. Tori, a 458 hitter. A lot of speed. Actually, I'm trying to confirm that that's Tori Dufour.
It is, yeah.
Yep.
Good.
27 plate appearances so far in the year. 11 hits. Hits from the left side. Tigers infield kind of creeping in like they're expecting a little slapper. Loveland wearing the face mask, grips tight, wheels, fires. Here comes the bunt, picked up by Loveland onto first. That's an out, and that'll do it. 3 outs. Frederick will leave one on. Tigers still lead at 4-1.
And now we go to the bottom of the second.
We'll head to the bottom of the second here on the Erie Tiger Network. Welcome back in here, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird, Will Rathy here with you. Bella Tapia, she's our kind of game producer here today. Sid O'Brien, our camera gal, as this one is fouled back out of play. And for some reason, having a little bit of trouble with our normal computer. Of course we are. And that one is upstairs to Morgan Weber. Coach Simmons is a big fan of Morgan Weber. Calls her one of the toughest players he has ever coached, as that one is on the outer half. Said she works relentlessly. She is just tough as nails and embodies everything that he wants on this team. And that pitch in the dirt, and so Morgan Weber will draw a walk to lead things off here in the bottom of the second. Trying to tilt that camera for you, give you a little bit better view here. As that one is fouled back out of play for the Tigers. This one also slapped out of play. This is Kaylee Armstrong. Just had to double check here with Mr. Phillips behind the dugout. I have yet to see Kaylee Armstrong in the lineup. In fact, this is only her 6th plate appearance of the year as the wind continues to really pick up. You're trying to manipulate the iPad here so that you have the best view behind the plate. Here's a tapper up the middle. This could be double play trouble. No, they will only get one. Weber slid into second, and one is away here for the Tigers. That'll bring up Maddie Vaughn, a sophomore transfer from Niwot. Maddie looking real good so far, batting .600 through the first 3 games in a Tiger uniform. And she nails this one, and it is a one-hopper into the wall. Digging for third is Armstrong, and Maddie Vaughn in with a stand-up double. I thought off the bat that might be gone, and the wind just kind of knocked it down. So 2 on and 1 out here for the Tigers. Maddie Vaughn putting a strike into that one. Well, you gotta love the way the bats have come out here for the Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers have gotten good hits far into the field. If it's not a home run, they get far into the base and set them up for a good chance of getting a couple more runs if there's another good hit. Hey Tiger fans, we have just the smile you're looking for. Dr. Damon Caraway and his team of professionals work together to provide you with the highest standard of orthodontic care, tailored to meet your individual needs and desires. We offer a full range of orthodontic services for patients of all ages, including children, teens, and adults. For more information, head to carawayortho.com.
All right, thank you, Will. New pitcher coming into the game here for the Warriors. And I believe, we had a misnumber the first time around. Hopefully we'll get it squared away here. I believe this is Caitlin Reagan. She's pitched 12 2/3 innings pitched on the year, a 6.08 earned run average. So a chance here for the Tigers to continue to widen out the lead. They lead it 4-1, but they are threatening here in the second. And now Kat Sackett, the big lefty, to the plate. Coach Simmons would love to see Kat work with a pitcher more. She was getting some pitching lessons in the summer before she broke her, I believe it was her wrist or her arm, and had to shut it down. But she certainly has the frame to be an imposing pitcher and the size to maybe even be a D1 athlete. I think that's at least how people around Erie softball feel about the prowess of Kat Sackett. See the clouds kind of moving in. Reagan stares at her wrist, now delivers. This one slapped, that one's gonna fall into left field and shoots past the left fielder.
1 run in for the Tigers, and that's 2 run, making it 6-1 Tigers.
So 6-1. A 2-run single there for Kat Sackett.
What did I tell you, Bird? Just one more good hit, and that could score even more runs for the Tigers, putting them in the lead more. As the camera drops, it's not broken though. Don't worry.
6-1, Erie lead. Here's a delivery from Reagan. This one flared back up the middle. Oh, and that one skipped off the top. And I have never seen that. That one ramped off the top of Kat Sackett's helmet and just absolutely flew into the stands.
If you want to think of it as a personal sacrifice, if the ball hadn't hit her in the head, that would have been a double play.
Yeah, take it. They say sometimes wear one for the team, and I've never seen a ball hit the top of a helmet and go that high into the air. And I think that almost hit Sydney O'Brien, our camera person out there in the stands. And they're trying to figure it out. I think the Frederick coach is saying that it should be runner interference, but Kat has every right to just walk straight up that baseline. That should not be runner interference. What's interesting is you think that Hannah Hackney down there at first should be awarded the extra base. Not that different if it hits the player and redirects out of play. The rule is once it goes out of play, you obtain 2 bases. And technically, since Hannah wasn't safe on first yet, she's awarded first and then second base. So my guess is that Kat Sackett will be out and Hannah Hackney will be directed towards second. We'll see if my theory is right or not. And the ref's having a long discussion here. No interference. Hannah will go to second and Kat is out. And I don't understand why Kat is safe at all. They picked it up, they stepped on the bag, she was out. And they're saying that she never touched the bag. That Cody Yop behind the booth is waving at us saying she never touched the bag, the shortstop, so that's why. So double break for the Tigers. All right, that makes a lot more sense. Now a swing and a miss for Capra. She striped a home run over the left field wall last time. 6-1 Tigers. They've got a real chance to really blow up this score wide open. This one yanked down the line. Backhanded by the third baseman. She'll go home, caught by the catcher, and Sackett is out at third. Tigers were being aggressive there. And now runners on the corners with 2 out. That was a big out there for the Warriors. Now Sloan Kihas will come to the plate. Third baseman creeping in here for Frederick. This one tagged right to short. They'll flip to second in time for out number 3. So it looked real promising for the Tigers. They still do score a couple. We'll head to the top of the third here on the Erie Tiger Network. Make sure the volume is good down here. That it's not flipping too much into the red. Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird, Will Rathy here with you. Bella Tapia is our producer. Sid O'Brien on the camera.
Do you suffer from neck pain, back pain, or any other ailments, including injuries from an auto accident? The fine folks at Great Day Chiropractic aim to treat the cause of your pain and restore your body to its best health. Check them out online today at greatdaychiro.com or give them a call at 303-828-5347.
All right, thank you, Will. And it'll be Megan Loveland here. And a little tapper back into the wall. Or, excuse me, the fence back here, the backstop. 0-1 the count here. Tiger offense has looked outstanding here today. They've already chased off the starting pitcher, and now they can back that up here with another solid defensive inning. They'll be feeling real good. This one just gets past the second baseman. That was Quijas that was coming in, and so the leadoff runner aboard here for Frederick. Leadoff runner aboard last time. The only difference is didn't score. Tigers have been able to cash in both innings so far.
Ball just barely tipped off the tip of the glove, and that let Frederick take first base.
Yeah, that was close to Sloan being able to grab that one. Now here comes a slap bunt that will roll foul as Anna Hackney was charging hard. Tigers have shuffled around their defense quite a bit so far this year. We've seen Maddie Vaughn play a number of positions. Morgan Weber's kind of been an anchor there in the middle, and Sloan's played a lot of second. Elise catching, now Kat back to first. We saw Kat catching last time. Now Hannah back to third. Jade's out in left now. There goes the runner. The throw's pretty good, but the slide is in time. One ball, one strike here. Frederick has some speed here. You think they could manufacture some runs playing small ball, and that's kind of what they did in that last matchup against Erie. Delivery in, there's a flare on a bunt, and that was perfectly placed, and everyone's safe. So now the Tigers have to deal with 2 on and nobody out. Now coming to the plate for the Warriors is Hernandez. Lorena Hernandez, a .514 hitter. She has 1 home run on the season. Probably the most dangerous hitter in the Frederick lineup with 2 on and nobody out. Capra snares that one. Wind still blowing in. A little bit more from center now. Kind of more in the face of us here in the broadcast booth behind the plate. This one is flared out to right. The wind carries it. It's going to twist it away from the right fielder. And a run scores, and everybody's safe. In fact, moving up to second on the throw was Hernandez. Armstrong tried to close down on that and just ran out of room.
Good hit like that allowed third base to take a run, and they fill in the bases second and third. They could expect a bunt to get bases full and bring Frederick up to tie.
And unfortunately today for the Tigers, I think Karakovitz is a little bit banged up, so they don't have her available. Six to 2 the score here. Frederick still threatening for more. 2 runners in scoring position. Loveland delivers. This one hit back up the middle. That one's going to get past Weber. 1 run will score, and they will keep the runner at second. And I think that's a little bit of a running mistake. You see that get past the shortstop, you should be at third. Well, maybe that'll help the Tigers out a little bit. Frederick does cut into the Erie lead. Double play ball still in effect here. Tigers, though, getting touched up a bit. They're starting to figure out Megan Loveland a little bit here this inning. Loveland delivers. That one in there for a strike. 0-1. Tigers going white on white today with the unis. I don't think I've seen that very often. Kat Sackett and Hannah Hackney and Elise Capper even down in the white shoes, so. All white after Labor Day. I don't know, I'll have to get on Harold about that one. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Big pitch here for Megan. She could sure use a strikeout. Loveland wheels, fires. Oh, just off the plate. Good pitch. And was hoping that you'd get the batter to chase. Either way, that was borderline. And Gale wouldn't offer. Now Loveland delivers again, just off the plate. Not quite as close that time. That one upstairs, and they can't get Gale to offer. So now the count is full after being ahead 0-2. They really need Loveland to buckle down here and deliver a good one. Megan peering in. This one is struck to center. That one will land in the glove of Vaughn. She'll fire it to third. Good cutoff there by Weber, and that's first out of the inning. The runner did advance. We talked about the base running error last time. Had she been to third, that would have been an easy run. Instead, now runners on the corners with 1 out. If you're a Frederick fan, you hope that one doesn't come back to bite you. If you're the Tigers, you hope that works out in your favor.
There's always 2 views to everything.
Hard to not always look at everything, though, through the orange and black glasses that we wear here on the Erie Tiger Network. Of course, we are the Erie Tiger Network. We're not the Frederick Warrior Network, so I don't think we need to necessarily shy away from pulling for the Tigers. 0-1 pitch, fouled out of play. Brandon Bird, Will Rathie, Bella Tapia, and Sid O'Brien on the broadcast with you. I think I said Tapia, I meant Tapia. Should know that. See Steve Payne, former Erie principal. He's taking in this ball game. Bunch of Tiger fans as well. Pitch upstairs. There's a throw down to second in time. They got one out, but the run does score. So the runner came in from third. They had the play where if the catcher throws, they'd take off. The tag was applied, and I think they kind of forgot that there was a Frederick Warrior coming in from third. I thought they might have been able to pull off a double play if they were able to tag and fire back quickly enough. One-two here. Frederick has scored 3 runs in the inning. This one hit to second. Quijas on to first in time. And the Tigers get out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the third. 6-4, Erie on top on the Erie Tiger Network. Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, bottom of the third. Tigers have scored in the first 2. See if they can continue that trend as that one is chopped hard in the hole and up the middle for a hit. Katie Hunter gets the hit, and that'll bring Jade Phillips to the plate. We were talking about Jade Phillips last at-bat. What a hard worker she is. Her brother Nash, a sophomore, he will probably factor into the baseball squad. Coach Simmons say Jade gets on Nash about working hard and having a good work ethic, but she's got an outstanding one. So good to see big sister Jade trying to help out the baseball team as well by instilling some discipline in younger brother Nash. Jade, smart as a whip, hard worker, multi-sport athlete for the Tigers. She'll take a ball there. Morgan Weber on deck for the Tigers. No outs, and Hunter on first. Delivery in. Little tapper, but that one will roll foul. And we'll do it again, 2-2. This one flared out of play. Umpire blocking our view here with the lefty a little bit, but still can see all right as that one is flared out of play. Actually, that one hit the fence and was still in play, but not quite playable. Phillips still battling here, 2-2 the count. And there is strike 3 for Phillips. So one away here in the inning. Now Morgan Weber will come to the plate.
Go Airheads Airsoft Field and Store in Erie, Colorado, near Denver, gives children, teens, and adults an exhilarating, unforgettable experience in a unique battle zone. Play against your friends and friends to be. Even play head-to-head against an army of zombies during I Am Zombie Game. For more info, be sure to check them online at goairheads.com.
6-4, Erie on top here. Delivery is pulled down the line, and that one is caught. Put away for out number 2. So after getting the leadoff runner aboard, Tigers haven't gotten another hit here. They have yet to be blanked through the first 2. Now Kaylee Armstrong will come to the plate, still searching for her first hit of the season. No Karakovitz today. Armstrong taking her spot in the lineup. This one yanked foul. Wind's still blowing pretty good, but sun's starting to maybe poke through a little bit more here. We will have volleyball after this on the Erie Tiger Network as they take on Roosevelt, looking for first Tri-Valley win under Coach Creek. I believe the volleyball team 6-4 to start the year as that one goes upstairs, 1-2 the count. Armstrong takes 2-2 here. 1 on and 2 outs. Reagan delivers. This one tagged back up the middle. That's going to fall into second. And quickly, 2-second is Hounder. And so now a 2-out hit extends the inning here and brings us back to the top of the order for the hot-hitting Maddie Vaughn. Vaughn hit the base of the wall and one hopped into it last inning. And Vaughn has been real good so far for the Tigers. Apologize, we don't have a tie down for our iPad here behind the plate, our camera. That is on our to-do list for softball to get you a nice stable look behind the plate. Really, we'd like to have you look from the outfield on toward the plate, but that is very difficult to do logistically unless you have a lot of dollars. Now delivery into Vaughn, an off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Pitch into Vaughn, and she smokes this one to center. Hounder will round the bag. Here comes the throw at the plate. It's going to be close. She's in there safe with the slide. Hounder scores. The Tigers extend their lead and a 2-out back-to-back base hits. Score another one for the Tigers, and now they've scored in every inning so far in this one.
Vaughn showing off her batting skills once more, clocking one deep into center field, allowing the Tigers to score one more run.
Now Sackett will take. Kat Sackett. A lot of power in that bat. See if she can unleash one here. That one in the Durkett block behind the plate by Hernandez, and that'll keep Armstrong down there at third. On the throw, Vaughn got into second. This one slapped the opposite way. That's going to fall in front of the left fielder. 1 run will score. Harold's going to send Maddie. She'll step on the plate. She's safe. And Kat Sackett slides under the tag. She's safe. 2-run double for Kat Sackett. The Tigers score 3. They lead it 9-4. And how about that finish to the inning so far for the Tigers? Still not over. It looked like they were kind of dead in the water, and with 2 outs, they've done all their damage. Now Hannah Hackney takes on the outside for a ball. So Vaughn, Sackett, both with 2 out. Base hits that score runs. Tigers extend that lead back up to 5. Hannah Hackney comes to the plate. See Sackett out there. Coach Simmons actually like Kat to play basketball. He likes his athletes to play more than just softball. Always like that in a coach. This one flared toward the gap, but that's going to fall safely in the glove out in center. Tigers, they tack on 3 more. We'll head to the 4th here on the Erie Tiger Network. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. And how about those back-to-back 2-out hits? In fact, that might be our State Farm good play, good neighbor, good play of the day.
I mean, how about those back-to-back hits? But how about having all your insurance needs under one roof? Let State Farm's Jeannie Hulse take care of all your insurance needs. Jeannie's been serving the Erie community for almost 15 years and would like to serve you as well. Give Jeannie a call today at 303-828-4002 or visit online at jeanniehulse.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Thank you, Will. Tigers love a clean inning here defensively. Loveland's out there pitching for the Tigers. The wind has died down a little bit. Sun kind of poking back through the clouds, starting to warm back up out here. Thought it might rain, and rain and broadcast equipment, they're like oil and water. They do not mix well. And you may have seen that during our football broadcast. We had to bring that camera down from up top. Speaking of football, we'll have coverage of the homecoming game tomorrow. That one will start at about 6:45. As always, anytime you watch one of our broadcasts, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below on YouTube and the like button. That always helps us out, as that one fouled straight back. That was a little bit scary. My fingers were on the other side of the fence holding this camera. That's a recipe for a boo-boo, if you will. Now Loveland delivers. This one hit deep in the hole, and even if Weber fielded that cleanly, I don't think she was going to get the runner. That was past a diving Hackney, and that was just placed where you want it when you pull it to that side.
So far, it looks like the Erie defense had some struggle fielding those infield plays. Usually it's sliding off the glove, allowing Frederick to get first base.
Little snap throw down to first. Yeah, going to your backhand, that's always a tough one, especially when you know you got to rush the throw. If you expect any player to kind of bounce back after not fielding it perfectly cleanly, gotta be Morgan Weber. He's always been so solid defensively for the Tigers. Nice to see her at short this year. Katie Glaze a couple years ago. Last year, Maddie Foster. Now this year, Morgan Weber, and she's a senior, so the Tigers will have their 4th different shortstop in 4 years next year. Not sure who will take over that role. Might see Sloan Kihas slide over to short. Pretty good athlete, Sloan is. That one a ball, 3-1 the count now. one fouled back over our heads. Now count full. Frederick scored 1 in the first, 3 in the third for their 4 runs. As there's a swing and a miss for a punch out. Big punch out there for Loveland, and that'll put 1 away. Wind picks right back up. Now Quijas coming in. By the way, Aaliyah Brand out in the field. She's out in right. She's checked into the game. Hannah Hackney coming up as that one swung on and missed. They're kind of expecting the tapper there from Dufour. This one is skied, and coming all the way from short, making the play behind Quijas was Weber. And that'll be the second out. Now 2 away. Good job by Weber, showing off some range. Now Loveland delivers. This one slapped right to Quijas. She was right there, underhand toss to second. 4 batters saw the plate. 3 were knocked out. We'll head to the bottom half of the 4th here on the Erie Tiger Network. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, bottom of the 4th. Erie leads it by 5, and Elise Capra will lead things off here for the Tigers. Elise is senior. We've seen her in and out of the lineup the last 3 years, and now a staple right in the heart of the order for this Tiger attack, and that one underneath the knees. Outfield playing straight away. Elise already hit a 3-run bomb in this game, so they might want to back up a step or 2. Delivery into Elise. She gets underneath that one, and that'll be put away at 3rd for the first out. Now Sloan Quijas will strut to the plate here for the Tigers. She'll take first strike on the inner part. And an off-speed pitch really caught Sloan off guard. She tried to hit that, then halfway through, I think, thought about bailing out and still knew she was too far and tried to finish her swing. Just swung over the top. She'll pull that one foul. Delivery upstairs, taken for ball 1. Houndra on deck. She let off the inning last time with a single. Kind of hung out there Frederick collected a couple outs, and then she was driven in by Maddie Vaughn, and then Kat Sackett drove in 2 more. This one knobbed right to the pitcher. Just kind of caught her on the handle of the bat and not able to muscle it out. Now 2 away.
Puts her in a weird place. 2 outs, no one on. Maybe they can pull another 3 home runs. Sorry, not 3 home runs, just 3 runs out of nowhere like they did last time.
And Coach Simmons, I think, all for some 2-out magic. Hounder, Phillips, Weber, and Armstrong, or Brand due up, as that one is pulled out into left. And a Hounder on with a 2-out single. Oh, well, that's how you start a rally with 2 outs.
There's always the beginning to something.
Now Jade Phillips from the left side. Jade takes for a strike on the outer half. Erie, 11 softball state championships out there. First one in 98, and all 11 between 98 and 2010. Now wind really starting to whip. You can hear it in our mics. Hit right back to the pitcher. They could have, oh, well, there were 2 outs. That's why. All right, 3 down. Erie, first time they did not score in an inning. We'll head to the 5th, though. They still lead it 9-4 on the Erie Tiger Network. And welcome back in. You can see that flag whipping in the breeze, so it is certainly a windy day here in Erie. As the Tigers lead it here 9-4. As Frederick coming up here in the top of the 5th. And this one tapped in the infield, and a leadoff single. Too much speed that time, and there goes the runner in for second. Nobody covering, and no, they did call time. And now they're calling the runner out. And I missed that.
I don't have an explanation either. Look,
I think they're saying the ball was in the circle and the runner left illegally, and so automatic out.
Huh.
I actually lost track of it too. Loveland, I think, caught it right back, and once that ball's in that circle, you can't leave. No leadoffs in softball either, like there is in baseball. 1 out. Lorena Hernandez will take a big swing, and actually I don't believe that's Hernandez. That might be Aspen Dufour. I'll just double check for you here real quick. Well, that is Hernandez. Just didn't want to lie to you. That one taken for a ball. 1 and 2. Leah Brand still out there in right. Jade Phillips in left. Maddie Vaughn in center. Actually, I think that's Kylie Armstrong out in center. I think Maddie Vaughn is the DH here today. Hitting for Megan Loveland.
Loveland in practice and this game today has shown us she's got quite a powerful arm. Putting out a couple people in strikeouts. Doing well for the Tigers.
And you know, when you're not expecting to be the go-to person, as that one is hit into the outfield, and another knock for Frederick. Just kind of pushed into action due to injury. Sometimes that relaxes you and you can tend to perform pretty well, and I'm glad to see Megan Loveland out here pitching a lot of strikes. I don't believe, and I'll have to double check my scorecard here in a little bit, don't believe that she has walked anyone today. And that's always a recipe for success. Especially if you got a solid defense behind you. Just make the other team put it in play. Flag still whipping out there. Pinch hitter up for the Warriors. Excuse me, a courtesy runner up for the Warriors. That's Garcia. This one hit right back up the middle. Weber tried to dive. They'll throw quickly to second, not in time. Sometimes in softball, because you can't get a lead off, if it's hit hard enough back up the middle, there's a real threat if the center fielder can get to it quickly that they'll have a force out at second. Do not see that very often in baseball, but in softball, it's a little more normal.
Frederick looks like they might be setting themselves up to get some good runs in. Only 1 out and 2 on.
Runner in scoring position here, and Loveland's got to be careful. Especially as the healthy part of the lineup comes to the plate. Gale, the freshman, a .429 hitter. We saw her lay off some borderline pitches her last at bat. This one lifted to left. That's going to drop quick to third. In time, yep. And they get the force. I thought that was a good call that time. Hannah stretched out there. And I thought she was out by a step or two. So 2 outs. That's a big one for the Tigers. We just said that not many outfield assists in baseball, but in softball, you can sometimes get those force out, especially if they're hit hard enough. Because anytime on a line drive as a base runner, you're taught to freeze in case it's snared in the infield. That way you don't get doubled off. And so when you freeze and then it goes into the outfield, there's not much time for you to get to that base before the outfielder can come up firing, and we saw that there. And that's with the pinch runner too, so good speed. 2 outs though, 1-1 count. 9-4 lead for the Tigers. That one upstairs for a ball. If somehow the Tigers could hold Frederick here and then score 5 in the bottom half of the 5th, they would end the game. That one flared toward Sid the Kid, our cameraman. Camera person, I should say. That one fouled back out of play. Hanging tough here is Aspen Dufour. 2-2 count. This is an important bat here for Frederick if they want to kind of hang around in this game. So the Tigers have a healthy part of the lineup coming up. This one flared out to Aaliyah Brand. She'll throw quickly to second. Not in time. Here comes the throw home, turning and heading toward home and then having to retreat back to third was McCullough. That was good defense by the Tigers. McCullough, she would have been out by a mile had she decided to go on home.
That hit put Frederick in a good scoring position with the bases loaded. 2 outs, however. If this batter can get a good hit off, could score 2 or 3 for Frederick.
And runners will be going on contact, and that one is fouled toward the Frederick dugout. Goodard, a .240 hitter. She started out the game as the pitcher. That one high and wide. Tigers would love to keep it at 5 here. Loveland wheels. This one lifted. Heading toward the gap. And Armstrong is there. Big out for the Tigers. They get out of a bases loaded jam. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th here on the Erie Tiger Network. Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird, Will Rathy here with ya. Bottom of the 5th. And for the Tigers, leading off the inning is Morgan Weber.
Tigers last inning saved themselves from Frederick as they had the bases loaded, and a good Erie Tigers center field caught a ball that could have given Frederick 3 points, giving them closer in the lead for this inning. Three balls, no strikes so far. That's 4 balls. Erie gets first base just given to him for free.
Thank you, Will. Morgan Weber, 333 on the year. And that was her 3rd walk of the year. It's been Jade Phillips has walked the most. She walked a lot last year as well. And now coming to the plate for the Tigers is, I believe it's Kylie Armstrong. This is a critical juncture in the game for Frederick because 5 runs is not insurmountable, but they really can't afford to give up any more. Reagan delivers that one in there for a strike. And you have the dominant part of the Erie order coming up. Maddie Vaughn, the sophomore. Kat Sackett will come to the plate in a Hackney. You do not want to see those batters with runners on. It will make you pay.
Frederick defense got to make sure that they stop those powerful hitters, because Frederick is running out of time to fill in that gap, and if they let Erie get any more runs, it might just be game over for them.
Now 2-2 the count. Here to Armstrong. Armstrong still looking for hit number 1 on the year. That one upstairs, 3-2. We said no Karakovitz today, so Armstrong stepping in. Wind really starting to pick up. As we said, it's, I shouldn't say starting to, it's just continuing to kind of whip across this field, blow dirt in our faces. Still full count here. Armstrong hanging tough against Reagan. This is a big at bat. Weber down there at first. She took a leadoff walk. This one slapped foul. So we'll do it again. This one pulled foul now. This is a good battle between Reagan and Loveland. Good at bat. This one hit back up the middle. That's gonna be 1 out as they step on the bag and throw to first. Weber does move up to second though. Just hit weakly enough that they didn't have a shot at 2. And now Maddie Vaughn will come to the plate. She has been outstanding so far this game, hasn't she, Will?
She has. And situation like this, 1 out, 1 on second. I know she has the power to get one, to at least get that second base into scoring position, maybe get herself into second, could load the bases and could get Erie an even higher advantage over Frederick. After that, after Vaughn is Kat Sackett, very powerful hitter, shown that plenty today. Vaughn and Sackett together really give Frederick something to be worried about. If they get good ball in the strike zone and Erie gets a good hit off, that is not a good thing for Frederick.
And we'll see Frederick's 3rd different pitcher of the day here. So Vaughn was watching intently during warm-ups to make sure that she was locked in there. So here we go, 1 out, 1 on for the Tigers. Chance to blow this game wide open here with the 1, 2, 3 hitters now due up. As there's a strike on a little bit of an off-speed pitch. Their pitch in below the knees. 0-1 the count. Outfield playing a shade towards the opposite way side. Now they're pretty much playing straight on. The center fielder had stepped 2 or 3 steps over toward right. Now just camped out right in dead center. 1-1. This one pulled foul. And you can just see Vaughn has a ton of pop. Vaughn is an Erie kid. She went to Niwot. her freshman year. Lives in Erie, though, and then transferred back here. She had to sit out the first, I believe, about 10 games or so because she transferred. And she has been great so far in this Erie lineup. Delivery. This one bounced up the middle. It's going to be gloved by the shortstop onto first in time. And Weber started to peek around third. She had to slide back in quickly.
Vaughn didn't quite get the hit we were looking for, but she did move second base up to third, giving Erie a good scoring position. And with Sackett up to base, I can certainly see an Erie run in the future.
Sackett the lefty. A couple RBIs in our last at bat. This one flared to deep left. Plenty of room, though. And that'll be the third out. So the Tigers threaten. They can't score. Still a 5-run game. We'll head to the 6th here on the Erie Tiger Network. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you. Fans, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Erie Tiger Net. You can like the Erie Tiger Network Facebook page or check us out online at erietiger.network.com. Well, the Tigers threatened last inning, but were unable to score. Same for Frederick. They loaded the bases. That's made this kind of a longer game. Usually in softball, at least we're used to Rio Sanchez, and games last hour, 15 minutes.
Megan Loveland still up for pitching for the Erie Tigers, showing off her powerful arm, getting another strike in. That's another strike as I'm speaking. 2 strikes, no balls.
Loveland has been pounding the strike zone. Love to see that. That one fouled back, and I think we found the solution to keep our camera up there. Kind of have tucked it in.
If there's a will, there's a way.
That's why we're doing so good in this broadcast, because there's a will.
Hey fans, are you looking to get your wisdom teeth removed or have other facial surgical needs? Put your trust into Dr. Eugene Kang at Aspen Oral and Facial Surgery. Our vision to Aspen Oral and Facial Surgery is to improve the lives of our patients by providing the most highly skilled surgical care in an honest, warm, and caring environment. Check them out online today at aspenoralsurgery.com.
Well, thank you, Will. While you were reading that, Tigers get the first out of the inning. Good play up the middle again. Tigers have been solid defensively so far today. Fans, if you haven't, be sure to check out the Boco Preps article on Cameron Marcucci. Just read that last night, an outstanding piece. Cameron, of course, a writer for our newspaper, the Tiger Times. You'll see the first issue come out in early October. And, well, it just really kind of highlighted the great kid that he was. So I encourage you to check that out if you have not done so already. And if you just find us on Twitter, we actually retweeted that story out. So highly encourage you to give that a read. Big Cam Marcucci.
Megan Loveland still drilling the center of the strike zone. I think she's honestly just wearing the Frederick offense out. Can't keep up with the speed.
This one yanked down the line, and a nice diving play. Out there and right, that was Armstrong. And that'll be out number 2.
That'll give us 2 out, nothing on. Frederick still trailing by 5 points. Sorry, 5 runs.
Lefty up again here for Frederick. That one actually hit her as she was coming out of the box, but that's in foul ground. So just a strike, and they'll do it again. 0-1 the count here. Infield playing in, expecting another slap hit. This one hit right to Hackney, quickly to first in time. Tigers go 3 up, 3 down against Frederick here in the top of the 6th. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Welcome back to the Erie Tiger Network softball. Bottom of the 6th inning with the Erie Tigers at 9 runs, Frederick trailing 5 runs.
And it will be Hackney, Capra, Quijas here to lead off the inning for the Tigers. Hackney will dig in from the left side. Or excuse me, from the right side. Always.
I think it's because to us they're on the left side.
I know. It's just it's a bad habit I get into.
It's confusing. I understand.
The righty Hannah digs in, and this one ripped pretty well. That one might carry all the way to the wall, and it skirts the top of the wall and goes over, and Hannah Hackney. It's a home run, and the Tigers lead by 6. Solo shot for Hackney, her 2nd of the year.
Tiger offense this game just keeps drilling the balls deep into the field, getting some pretty good hits over the fence.
Erie now has 11 home runs this year. That home run, I mean, that never got 3 feet above the fence. That was just a line drive rope out to left. And now Elise Capro has already hit one out to the plate. Tigers 11 home runs, but they don't have one player that has more than 3. Sharing the love. That one in at the knees on Capra. Delivery upstairs too high to Capra. Now 1-2. Elise, a .415 hitter this year. The Tigers as a team hitting .352, and I imagine we will continue to see that go up. That one pegged underneath the glove, and it was hit so hard that one rolled all the way to the warning track before it was cut off. I mean, that was smoked.
The Erie offense is just relentlessly hitting the balls deep into the field, just straight past the infield. They can't even stop it if they wanted to.
I would not even call that an error on Massey. I mean, that went under her glove, but she didn't even have time to react. That one was just a bullet. Whew. Get out of the way. Now Sloan Quijas, a 400 hitter to the plate, entering today. Sloan will pull that one to the left side. That throw is wide, so a run will come in here for Capra. And the Tigers now lead it 11-4.
Tigers getting a lucky break there with the Frederick first base just not being able to keep a hold of that ball. Slips past the glove, lets third base, that's second base take third, let that base get a run in.
11-4 now. Erie on top. Swing and a miss there on a big swing from Katie Hunter. She has a couple hits today, both with the last one with 2 outs. Thought that might spark a little bit of a rally. Led off the inning with a hit a couple innings ago, so Katie Hunter, who came in today as a 265 hitter, raising that average. Love to get another hit here against the rival Frederick. This one is slugged to center, but playable. And retreating back to second is Quijas. That'll be first down of the inning. That'll bring Jade Phillips to the plate. Jade hitting .222, leads the team in walks though. So Jade's on-base percentage, .349 coming into today. That's the same on-base percentage as Karakovitz. He's only hitting .282, but has those 3 home runs. Jade lifts this one to center, and that, is snow-coned. Oh, good corral out there in center by Aspen Dufour. She had to tack back on that, and Jade gave it a ride and just couldn't quite. I mean, another couple inches, and that would have been potentially a triple, maybe an inside the Parker.
Before giving Frederick both of the outs this half of the inning.
Now Weber to the plate. As we said, Weber battling this year at the plate, .333. And in there for a strike. By the way, Kat Sackett is leading the team in average if you don't include Maddie Vaughn, which I don't think you quite would. Doesn't quite have enough games under her belt to qualify. But Maddie also, in her 6 hits coming into the game, 2 homers, so. And this Tiger lineup, they just can hit up and down the lineup. Weber hits one to short and a quick inning, so last chance coming up for the Warriors. We'll head to the top of the 7th here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Hello and welcome back to the Erie Tiger Network. Top of the 7th inning. Tigers have 11 runs. Frederick have 4. Erie defense is out on the field. They've shown some pretty good work today.
And a new pitcher in for the Tigers. In fact, not even on our roster. Alyssa Barnett, the pitcher here. I know nothing about her. Never seen her in my life, so sorry, Tiger fans. I don't have more info for you. Barnett, though, you can tell she's tall. That's one thing we know. And you like tall pitchers. A lot of leverage, longer wingspan. They can get more velocity on that.
I haven't seen her play at all. Just from those 2 pitches just then, you can tell she does have quite a lot of power.
That one fouled back into the stands. And former principal Steve Payne had to corral that one. Nice lead, though, for the Tigers. They'd love Barnett to finish this one out. Outfield playing real shallow, infield playing in. Here's the tapper, right to Barnett. Picks up, fires across, gets it in time for the first out.
Barnett, in the first time pitching this game, showing off quite the arm and quite the reflexes to get that Frederick player out on first base. Fielding that short hit, doing a good job.
Beg your pardon there. Barnett will deliver. That one in there for a strike. And Barnett's coming in and showing off some good arm strength.
Ball's coming in fast and straight as an arrow.
That one went off speed and got away from her a little bit. 1-1 the count. Hernandez, a couple good at-bats today, but Frederick has come up well short. That one in the dirt. 2-1. Temperature's starting to drop here a little bit. We will have volleyball. It'll be a tight one in terms of setup time, especially depending on what JV does. Volleyball is always scheduled for 6:30, but man, it's 7:15 start times happen like that's the norm. So who knows ever with the start time.
Another strike in for Barnett. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Three-two, swing and a miss. And 2 away.
Barnett, for that finishing move, shows off that powerful speed ball right to the center. Frederick players just cannot keep up. Two out, no on, top of the 7th.
Last chance here for the Warriors, down to their last out. Barnett has looked sharp here. Delivers this one. Tapped foul. Barnett delivers this one, also chopped foul. 0-2, so now Warriors down to their last strike. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Drop third strike. They'll ensure the out at first, and that will do it. Tigers win by a final score of 11-4. Got to feel good there for Coach Simmons, as they now move to 9-4 on the season, 7-1 in league play. The Tigers' next game will be on Tuesday up in Windsor. I believe we will be at that one. And then a road game against Holy Family. That will be a big one next week. They'll come home for Berthoud and Roosevelt. And If you can believe that, then Skyline and Mead and the season's already over. And we'll have regionals, and as it looks right now, we might host another regional here. We are going to sign off the air though, as well, we'll have volleyball up next. A special thanks to Will Rathy doing color here on this broadcast and the sound engineering. Sid O'Brien, she was our cameraman down there on the first base line, and Bella Tapia, our producer here this evening. For all of them on the Erie Tiger Network, I'm Brandon Bird. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, I'll chirp at you later.